Who goes? Me? Steve?
Mine is actually somewhat tied to Brian's in a weird way.
All right, go ahead.
Let's do it.
And it's it's going to be shorter than yours. Have you guys ever heard of the Fugo bomb?
No.
No.
Ah, good. So
I know about the FUBU bomb. That's what I would say my clothes were in 99.
And that joke.
No, Aunt laughed. That was a good joke. It got a laugh.
So stupid.
So the Fugo bomb was actually a Japanese weapon. It was an incendiary balloon that was invented for World War II.
Oh,
You heard about this?
We know this.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you know what happened with it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. I didn't.
This is a great story.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So between November 1944 and April 1945, the Imperial Japanese Army decides that they're going to launch an attack on the United States.
Okay.
And
You know about this, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
oh, yeah, okay. They decide we're going to use incendiary balloons and we're going to use jet streams to send them over to the
The
mainland
ocean.
in the United States.
Yeah.
Balloon attack.
Balloon attack. So the balloon itself is pretty much just, it's almost like a hydrogen balloon with like bombs attached to it
They hang off.
that hang off. So the goal is once they reach a certain point, when they explode, it'll actually set fire to forests, cities, whatever that it could catch up. Right.
They figured out that the balloons would probably end up in the Pacific Northwest,
Right.
which is, as we know, heavily forested.
Yes,
Mhm.
which would cause massive fires.
Massive fires, massive problems. That was the goal. Similar to like the bat thing that they were doing
Yeah.
to the Japanese, only
Right.
like with balloons, right? They launched
The bat bomb was never deployed, though, right?
No.
they launched 9,300 balloons over the course of this time. 300 of them
But
were
99 were red balloons.
Nena.
only about 300 of them were actually found or observed.
Okay.
But the bombs are ineffective of starting fires. Why? Because weather happens. So these things are exploding and landing, and
In the Pacific Northwest, which
Pacific
is
Northwest.
insanely rainy.
where's it's raining? So with no forest fires happening, with nobody dying, the United States Intelligence Committee
Well-
agency actually were barring this information to the Japanese.
Right.
They were blocking it so that they just didn't even know it was failing.
No one was allowed to report on it.
Mm-hmm.
There was like complete media blackout.
Oh, really?
yeah.
So they
yeah,
didn't
like the
mention
United
it.
States did not want them letting the Japanese know if they made it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's just like don't
You don't know.
talk about it.
Yeah.
So the I think they did kill.
You couldn't do that to
Hold
them.
on, that's what I'm getting to.
Right.
Yeah, this is what I'm getting to. May 5th, 1945. 6 civilians were actually killed in Oregon. It's World War II's only fatalities on the mainland.
Mainland United States.
Mainland United
I
States.
guess if you don't count the downwinders.
What are the downwinders?
The people that got cancer and died.
those guys.
Well, from an attack.
yeah, but
From an attack.
what about like all the shipping that got blown up on the East Coast from U-boats? and
On
shit?
land.
All right.
On land.
All right.
Mainland United States. This was
Hey,
the
I
only.
mean, I mean, those guys got cancer on land. It was friendly fire, but still.
But I didn't know this. I didn't know that this was happening. And I dug in a little bit and I was like, wow, I can't believe we actually lost, oh yeah, that's nice.
What is that?
I'm wishing cancer upon you.
That's Scott. He's a dick.
There's a bunch of pictures that I want you to show for the video where like they found these balloons. They're
Okay.
massive. They're
I think it killed children, right? Weren't they school
they
children?
were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some kids as well. There's like a group, there's 6 people. But yeah, I didn't know that.
They like happened upon it had hit the
There's-
ground and not blown up, and they like happened upon it. in
They
the
walked
woods.
over and it
Yeah.
exploded.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's videos of you could actually see P-38 Lightnings shooting these things down.
Mhm.
So like we knew about it. We're defending against most of
Yeah,
it.
they were sending planes after
Yeah.
them.
But it turns out I think the Japanese had about 2,000 men launching these like consecutively like
Right.
over the course.
Eventually,
of
it
time.
would have worked. You would-
Eventually, you were going to get hit pretty bad.
Right.
Yeah. So we dodged a
Mhm.
serious attack there.
What kind of barbers barbarous people would just launch an attack on a civilian population. How can they let
With
that
fire.
go on? With fire,
Yeah.
with awful fire and explosives. Who would do such a thing?
There's a monument for it too. It's a Mitchell Monument for the
You
6 civilians.
sent a video talking about us dropping the bombs.
I did.
Yeah, recently, because I think we just passed.
It was the
right?
War Against Humanity with Spartacus Olson.
Is that the 79th anniversary of the bomb, or the 80th?
79. 80 will be next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a little annoyed when people kind of
Talk about the atomic bomb.
and I just don't like when people give America shit for it, and I get why people do.
hmm
It just always fucking annoys me to no end.
I mean, you just gave America shit for it moments ago.
Yeah.
Oh no,
But you're doing it
I was-
ironically.
I was
Yeah.
justifying us.
Well, believe it or not,
That's what I was doing.
so if you're a listener who goes like exploring and stuff, these balloons are being found with the bombs still attached all over the United States.
Get out of town.
Yeah, in fact, in 2014,
They found one of these
in
things?
British Columbia. The Navy had to detonate one.
Holy
In
shit.
2019, the remains of another balloon were found in British Columbia. So if you ever come across a giant balloon, don't go near it.
In Canada.
Yeah, be careful.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was interesting that, and if you want to look more into it, there's a whole like details about like the censorship campaign and
Right.
I just
how that
thought
kind
about
of-
something. So it's the Fugo,
Yeah.
but in Japanese, it's the Go Fu. Come on, that was good.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It's topical.
Yeah.
Yeah, very topical. But yeah, when you said like they have no qualms about doing surprise attacks,
Mm.
Yep.
They love a good
they
surprise
love
attack.
it. They love it.
Pearl Harbor.
Well, that would be
This.
the big one.
That's the big one.
This. Yeah, look, I'm
Feeding somebody to death.
Sometimes
or
you got to use everything at your disposal to put someone down. That's all I'm saying.
Hence the term, we're going to get jabbed.
Yeah.
But anyway,
We played
Short
when
and
I was
sweet.
when I was on the wrestling team. This would not fly today, but we played a game called Jap.
What's jab?
Where, and this was sanctioned by the coach. This wasn't like touch the red sun.
Mhm.
Which I don't know
Sanctions?
if I've spoken about that. Yeah, like it was approved. So Jap was one wrestler would get in the middle of the mat. Every other wrestler would run laps, and you were given a number. And when the coach called your number, at any moment you were allowed to go and attack
The
the
guy in
other
the middle?
wrestler. And if you took him down, you were now in the middle.
Why do you want to be in the middle?
yeah, you don't have to run.
Well, you don't have to run, but it's also like you want to win and
You're proud,
establish
yeah.
like
Dominance.
dominance. Yeah.
We do that. We do that in like jujitsu classes sometimes.
Yeah.
Something similar where
So-
you stay on the ground and you have to like beat the person. And
Yeah,
then
King of the Mountain
king
shit.
of the mountain. Yeah.
But
It's like Varg's kids.
you would have kids who like they would like they call 8, and you would have a bunch of kids running in and crossing, but it wouldn't necessarily be your opponent.
Oh,
trying to
you don't know who it is.
You don't know where the
surprise
attack's
attacks.
coming from.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
that was always fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
The other game we played was Touch the Red Sun.
What's that?
So on a school bus,
That sounds like a Superman variant,
it
like
does.
alternate
Touch the red
timeline.
sun.
Yeah.
It also sounds somewhat perverted if you want to go that route too.
So on
Yeah.
here, touch my red sun. It's
Go
hot.
Go ride devils.
But on a school bus, they have like the emergency exit, and there's the red light.
Yeah.
You would have to start at the middle point of the bus, and you would have to your turn. You would have to run and touch the red light, slam it.
Okay.
Everybody else on the
Trying to
team
stop
is
you.
trying to stop you
Uh-huh.
and beat your ass.
Uh-huh.
So like they're trying to hold you down and just wail on you and beat the shit out of you.
Uh-huh.
And you had to touch the red sun in order for your turn to end. So you would.
Were you any good at this?
I was really good. So
I mean, you're not the tallest guy, though.
yeah, but I'm a good
Sneak
wrestler and I was
through.
wiry and I would
Sneak
fight.
through.
Yeah, I never not touched the sun.
Mhm.
Eventually, like if a guy's down and we're just pummeling, it was like this isn't happening. But my big contribution to the game was from the defensive standpoint, like defending the sun.
Mhm.
What I realized is battle strategy and planning. So what I would do is I would get the guy in the aisle across from me, and I would have him connect the the
Seatbelts?
seatbelts together on the bus.
This is you putting tar on the fucking
Yeah, you're
battlefield.
Exactly. So now the guy running
Trips on
Trips
trips
seatbelts.
on it, falls down, and everyone just wails on him, making it way harder to touch the sun
Tar on
because
the
now you have
battlefield.
obstacles you have to worry about.
Wow.
And Brian sets him on fire.
Yeah.